What up, guys? Back with another To the Shelf. Today, we're going to talk about this great Omni that I picked up right here. Amazing Spider-Man Volume 2, written by Stan Lee, drawn by John Romita. I always love the backs of these Omnis that show the covers of all the individual comics, usually all of them, that are held within the Omni itself. And this Omni covers Amazing Spider-Man 39 to 67, Annuals 3 through 5, and Spectacular Spider-Man 1 and 2, which is actually really cool. Just recently, I got a copy of the original Spectacular Spider-Man #1. Just the floppy of it. I was really excited to see this on sale, and I had to pick it up right away. Really cool that I have that. But with the Omni, just like all of these Silver Age old school Omnis, they're coming in just the all black. On the side it says what we're reading, but it's pretty much all black. So actually, with the cover of this Omni, the version that I got is John Romita's art, and this exact image, Chip Zdarsky pays a great homage to it in his run on Spectacular Spider-Man, which is a really good run. Within that run, my favorite all-time comic is written Spectacular Spider-Man 310. I definitely suggest you guys go check it out. It was written in 2018, or maybe 2018 is when it was started. So it's a newer stuff, and it's a really good run. You guys should check it out. But with this Omni, the binding seems to be really good with it. As long as you're, somewhat care for your Omni a little bit, this one should really stay together for a long time. And this is the printing that just came out maybe within the last couple of weeks. The version that I have, you can see there's some separation there on our pages. But the artwork even inside is amazing. I love the costume. John Romita really is like the staple of what you remember the costume to be. Steve Ditko's costume was the same. He just writes different in the depiction of the anatomy and who Peter Parker was under the suit. What he actually physically looked like was different with Ditko than it is with Romita, but Romita's, because of that, the change, Romita's costume looks great. Actually, you can see in the back here, I have more Romita art. That's from Amazing Spider-Man 101, which probably be in Volume 3, maybe 4. But recently also a solicitation for Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5 Omni was announced to come out this summer, which I'm extremely excited for. That fills a big gap through Omnis that I wasn't able, or I didn't have collected between Volume 4 and Roger Stern, but now Volume 5 really closes that gap. And the stories that are told in this second volume really are like near to me, because it's Volume 2, these stories really start to pick up more in the pacing. It's written by Stan Lee, and all that Silver Age, early 60s starting of characters like Fantastic Four, like Daredevil, like Amazing Spider-Man, like X-Men, like they can be very hard to read. They're just very slow, and one comic doesn't affect another, and it just, unless you really, really care for that character and you really want to read their starting stories, it can be really hard to get through. It's taken me quite a while to get through Fantastic Four Volume 1 Omni. But in this Volume 2, the stories really start to pick up here. For Spider-Man, in here is iconic Amazing Spider-Man number 50, where the scene of him throwing out the suit, the costume in the dumpster and walking away from it, is actually directly taken from the comics and reshot, and I believe it's Spider-Man 2 from 2004, directed by Sam Raimi with Tobey Maguire playing Peter. But this Volume 2, I really think, I've already read the first around 200 issues of Amazing Spider-Man, But I think now that I'm collecting in omnis and have physical editions or copies of them, I probably will go in and reread volumes one all the way up through five. And I'm currently reading Marvel Team Up, and then I'll go on to Spectacular and really just read as much freaking Spider-Man as I can. I love Spider-Man, and I'm excited. There's a new volume coming out, and the older ones are getting reprinted. But yeah, so that's the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus Volume 2. Thanks.